Turbo mode enabled. You scored 0. You scored 0.
think he might not be here. I meant Jay. He's the game owner, so you can't kick him. There you go. Alright, so this is Bronze Boot Camp Game 1 on 124.15. We are a part of the Trinity Force Podcast Network, and we are just here to help people who are bronze and those silver get better. They're just going to play a few games, and we're going to watch and comment on ways that they can improve their play. So hopefully afterwards they can go back and watch the videos on YouTube. I mean, they can. Hopefully they will. And then hear some of our advice for them. And Trinity Force Network, if you're not familiar with it, it started off just as a podcast talking about the game and different champions and the patches and stuff like that. But now there are a bunch of podcasts. There's one for the LCS called the LCS Rundown. There's one for the Australian scene called Oz LOL podcast, and then there's Journey to 30, which I think Haber is gonna start doing. Is that right?
Yeah, we're just working on another name for it, and we'll have it going by next month. I'm pretty sure, sometime next month.
Journey through 30.
Well, one of the names that we're looking at is called the Four Words Podcast, because it's four guys, and we're going to help people move forwards through League.
Oh, forwards.
Well, it's four wards, like the things that you place in the game, but yeah.
Alright. That sounds good.
Yeah. But let's get into picks and bans here for this game here. We see Fizz, Gnar, and Azir being banned out for blue team, and Rek'Sai, Akali, and Morgana for the... See, it still throws me up. Like, they changed it from purple to red, but it still says purple team.
In red letters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I like the Fizz, the Gnar, and the Azir ban. I like all the bans.
Mhm.
Rek'Sai people are still a little scared of after she's been nerfed. But, Gnar, I think I always ban Gnar.
Mm-hmm.
I ban Gnar, Jarvan, and Rek'Sai just because I'm not very familiar with Rek'Sai.
Yeah. That's fine. Like, I switch between, like, Rek'Sai and Azir. Just because, like... Oh my god, late game Azir. If he puts down a soldier near you and you're squishy, and he uses his Q, it will literally do 1500 damage.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it's from such long range.
Mm-hmm.
His poke. But
yeah, I'm fine with all the bans. The Akali one, you know, is for right now is okay. Like, there's some changes on the PBE anyways, which will really hurt her, and I'm excited for that.
yeah.
But anyways, pick so far. We have Thresh for blue side and Sion and Varus on purple red. Would you pick now I guess for solo queue stuff it doesn't really matter. But like if you are going to be playing support, is Thresh a safe pick for a first pick?
Yeah, I think so. He's just so strong. It doesn't really matter. He's one of those champions. He's like the Lee Sin of supports. Like he's always going to be good. His kit is just too potent to not be huge. Like,
Yeah.
he's got a good CC, he's got peel, and he has a pool for his carry. So, I mean, he's a great. He can engage with his hook.
Yeah, and
I mean,
I guess they did ban out Morgana as well, which is the one real like hard counter to Thresh, I suppose.
yeah,
So with that being out of the way, you can do a little bit more. It's more safe.
right.
I don't know where this Cassiopeia is coming from. Like it just showed up in the EU LCS like half of the games.
Yeah. It's pretty strong.
Like,
Sheer- her-
yeah, I'm not
like-
doubting that.
Yeah, it did kind of come out of nowhere because there weren't really too many changes to it recently. Like, it had that big change a while back, but if there were any changes since then, they were pretty small, if I understand correctly.
Yeah.
But she's just like, if you land poison on someone, the amount of damage you can put down so quickly. It's like being an 80 carry all of a sudden. Your attacks do a lot of damage.
So let's take a look at some of the other picks here. Jarvan being picked up in the jungle with Jinx AD carry and Jace in the top lane.
Yeah, looks like it.
And then on the other side, Sion for jungle, Varus AD carry, Malphite top lane, Ziggs mid lane, and Leona support.
I like the blue team's comp. Purple team, Purple team has a pretty interesting comp. If they can do like
They have a really good.
Sion, Leona, Varus, Ziggs,
Yeah.
like holy cow.
They have a really good front line
Yeah.
when compared to blue team. Like they have to get ahead to really get tanky in comparison for like Thresh and even Jarvan.
Yeah. Jarvan should be going pretty much tank after his jungle item.
Yeah.
Actually, I like both team comps. This one on the right is just AoE CC to the max. Like everyone has an AoE CC, including the AD carry.
Yeah.
That's a pretty sweet comp, actually. And because they don't have a tank, blue team. Okay, I think purple team won 6 and bans. I was like looking at blue team, like, oh, I really like the comp, you know, because they have sort of like a lot of poke. Blue has a lot of poke, and they're all ranged besides Jarvan. And I mean, Jace can switch, but I was thinking like Jarvan could kind of trap them, and then the rest of their team can, you know, stay back as much as possible and just hit damage, but you can't stop Malphite's ult. Leona's gonna be able to ult across. Ziggs is gonna, like, they're still, all their ults can't stop except for Sion's, and Sion's isn't necessarily easy to stop even with the J4 ult.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be, I actually think purple team won this picks and bans. I really like that comp. It's
Yeah.
super combo.
The thing I like about blue though is they have more sustained damage in a fight. Like purple team, like Varus isn't known to be like the best sustained DPS fighter, and Ziggs is okay at it, but the rest of them, you know, you're not going to get any real damage out of Malphite or Leona in a team fight.
Yeah, they're very reliant on that wombo. Unless, I mean, like, Varus gets really far ahead or
Yeah.
whatever, but yeah, they're pretty reliant on that wombo combo. But they have so many options for it.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, the blue team does have a lot of, like, sustained damage, but they don't have enough real beefiness to make it last, I don't think. You know,
Yep.
if any of that wombo hits, they'll be dead before they can do anything.
Yep. Purple team just has to get through, or red team just has to get through Jarvan to get the wombo onto the back. So what blue team wants to do in team fights is like poke as much as possible, and then when Ziggs can poke back, but they still have more poke overall between Jace, Cass, and well, I guess Jinx and Varus are pretty similar in terms of poke, but still. Then but then like they want to have Jarvan in the front and then kind of 4 the other four sort of separate. Maybe Jarvan and then Thresh, and then, or Thresh could be in front or behind. But the three damage dealers, I think, need to be spread out so they can't just get hit by all the AOE's you see at the same time.
By the time we get to team fights, Thresh has to make a decision whether he's going to be peeling for Cassiopeia or for Jinx. And, you know, it depends on how the laning thing goes. If it ends up that Jinx is, you know, the one that's farther ahead, you peel for Jinx. If it's Cassiopeia, you would want to peel for her. So you save your ultimate and your flay and stuff like that, just to delay the red team's engage, so Cassiopeia can get off as much of her spells, or Jinx can get off as many auto attacks as possible. Because with this team count, you're not going to be able to go in with your hook to engage. Exactly,
and like Cassiopeia has that AoE ult stun, but she can't walk through Sion, Malphite, and Leona to do it. And Varus and Ziggs can sit back so far and poke. So she's not going to be... I mean, and she's not going to blow up the front line with it.
No.
This is going to be... There are going to be some fun possible team fights.
Yeah, this top lane matchup, I really feel that... well, really that Sion... the more I think about it... Oh yeah, Sion's jungling, you're right. It's Malphite in the top lane.
Yeah.
And with that, like early on, I think Jace will be able to out-damage him. But once he starts to get more of his tank items, like there's not a whole lot that Jace can do. So it's good that he took the teleport so he can look to other lanes.
Yeah, I think Jace can actually take an advantage early and then snowball it from there, but if he doesn't do that, he's going to be screwed against Malphite.
Getting everyone reordered. Alright, there we go. So both mid laners starting off with Doran's Ring and potions. I think Cassiopeia would have been better off starting with the flask.
Yeah.
Just because especially early game, it's harder for her to sustain that mana pool. And, you know, the more spells she's able to get out, she's able to match Ziggs, poke, and wave clear. Which is what she needs early game, so she doesn't get completely shoved out.
Yeah, I guess Cass's new passive is like, makes her really strong late, right?
Oh yeah, getting basically another Death Cat passive.
Yeah.
And like the latest set of changes to Cassiopeia that changed the way like her stacks, like how many like stacks it takes, but they do stack faster. So the first one's at 100, the next one's at 250 or 300, and the last one's at 500 stacks.
She just has a very high number under AP at the end of the game.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. If you can get to that late, yeah.
Yeah. You see Cabochard's castle?
What?
Did you see Cabochard's cast ult?
I can't remember.
It was Gambit versus Rocket. Rocket still ended up winning, but it was sick. He got like, I think he hit all 5 and he stunned 3 of them.
Yeah, it's crazy like how much
behind.
EU really likes playing those mid top laners.
Yeah.
And yeah, the AP top laners. Because we saw like a ton of Azir in the top lane too.
Yeah. Definitely true.
Okay. So early on... Oh, missed it. Cass does hit that level 2 first. So, let's see.
In the top lane, if you're Jace, would you be trying to poke a lot here?
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, because Malphite's melee.
Uh-huh.
And you're ranged.
You have to be staying up in auto attack range. Because Malphite can't harass you early game. If he goes in, He'll have his Q, but if he decides to go in after that, you can just knock him back with the hammer. So yeah, you need to be going back and forth between your ranged and your hammer form just to maintain mana, but also to harass more.
Yeah, and you can use the bushes to drop the minion aggro.
Yeah.
Again, I think Haber and I disagree on this, but I'm not a big fan of the Relic Shield on Thresh, especially pre like gold level or higher silver. I mean, it depends on how good you are with it.
I think it's the best for laning.
Yeah,
if
but
you get into a point
he
in
still
team,
has 2 stacks. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like a lot
but
of
it's
people...
not a fault of like Thresh.
No,
can still
it's
get
not.
it easily.
Right, but it's sort of like how I didn't build DFG on Annie because my mechanics aren't that great. It's the same sort of thing. Like a lot of people have trouble proccing like the Thresh passive because he's ranged, so he doesn't get the execute or the Relic Shield passive with Thresh. So I really suggest not going the Talisman instead.
To be fair, he does have his own sort of execute.
He does.
And if you wait until it's charged up, you shouldn't have a problem because you'll be doing more damage than an 80 carry would on an auto attack.
Yep, that's true. But it's not happening currently.
Yeah, and especially early Tamkins, you have to be using that because look, you're below half health here.
You should never have 2 stacks on it.
And honestly, you should be using those stacks early to push the wave just so you get the level 2 first.
Yep.
And because you're slightly ranged, you have an advantage over the Leona who took the same item. Cyan going in bottom though.
Yep.
They've got no wards.
Ooh,
nice snipe. I'm not sure why Cyan decided to loop back around
yeah,
there.
I'm not sure either. I don't know. But that and remember as Thresh, you can, when Leona does her E, you can, as soon as her sword comes out, you can flay. Because it takes her a moment. Like, you don't have to even necessarily be predicting it. Because you have that time, because she doesn't start moving right away. She throws her sword, and once it reaches max range, then she pulls to the furthest person that she hit. So you have time to react. Like, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a prediction. You can just E flay. As soon as you see her sword, just go ahead and start pressing it. You don't have to be predicting it. You can wait for it to come out. Because you have time, since there's a delay before she starts moving. And you can cancel her, keep her from getting on you and stunning you.
Let's see. Yeah, besides the mid and top are both pretty not even in CS.
Yeah.
I think part of that, yeah, Jace might be having a little bit of connection problems, so that might contribute to that.
Yeah, also Jace, you don't want to trade there. He just has so many more minions than you. Your auto attacks are going to invite the minion aggro, and then you're going to lose the fight, the trade. But early game, you need to be taking advantage of your range, hitting him, and when the minion aggro comes, step back or step into a bush, and keep doing that process.
You need to be popping that potion now. There you go. Like, anytime you're below a point where your normal regen wouldn't kick in, you should use the potion.
Yeah, I'd say, general rule of thumb, if you have, like, if you're missing 300 health and you're not planning on going back anytime soon, go ahead and pop the potion. Now's a great time to, like, right there, you should be hitting him. He can't really reciprocate, I guess. Oh, I guess he has 6, actually. Never mind. He could have blown you up. I didn't notice that. Don't go out. Malphite can kill you right now.
So yeah, now would be a good time to go back and just TP back to lane.
Malphite can kill you. Yeah, if I'm Malphite there, like... Oh, I think he had enough mana. Oh, he's not as much mana as I expected. As I was thinking. Maybe he couldn't have killed him, but he could have gotten pretty close. But obviously not worth it if you can't do it.
Yeah, Science still hasn't gone back. Or 7 minutes in, he yeah.
Yeah, you definitely want to go back for your smite upgrade.
Yeah, first like you'll go back, you get your smite upgrade, then you can look for ganks while clearing out the rest of the camps.
Maybe he just really wants that 6, but even so, I think you'll clear faster with the upgrade. If you
Yeah, in the long run, if you're clearing more than one camp, you save time by going back.
yeah, especially if you just want to grab the smite that like stuns or something and does AoE damage. That'll also help you, and then you can switch them out now.
Yep,
for free, which is pretty cool. It's free, right?
it is free.
Yeah.
Oh, nice hook.
Alright, so Scion is now 6. It looks like he's going to come down the mid lane. Oh, never mind, he's moving towards bot.
Yeah, Thresh is still level 5 here, yeah.
That's it. Yeah, if I'm Scion, I'm going mid, I think. Because Cass is so immobile. And Jinx is should be sitting back now. She might move up too far, but...
If Cass uses her ulti while Scion is ulting at her, does it stop him?
No.
No?
Okay, Scion, you walk past a pink ward, so she knows, even if you don't know that she has that ward there.
Yeah, but even if you're gonna gank, I mean, you're Scion, you don't have to go through the bushes, you just
go through
run
lane.
through lane.
Just ult through lane.
I really like the ward coverage from Blue,
Yeah,
though.
Blue's got amazing ward coverage.
Really good.
And a great part about that, too, is they didn't have... Scion wasn't ganking. Oh, got him. Like, they literally had vision of him the entire way up. Jace really needs to be watching the mini-map here. That's a big skill. Oh! Great turnaround, Jace. Well done. You knew he was dead, so he just said, I'll take it. Well done. But Jace, you do need to be watching the mini-map. They shouldn't have allowed that to happen. You should have died. It should have been a 1 for 0.
I don't like Jarvan going up to top lane. That's not where he needed to be.
You need to go dragon.
Yeah.
Cass killed Ziggs. You knew Malphite was dead and Scion was top, so just go grab dragon.
Like when you see a jungler in a lane, your only option isn't to go to the lane that they're in. You can go to a different lane. You can go counter jungle. You can get dragon. Like there's so many other things you can be doing. Because by the time you get up to that lane, fight's gonna be over, and you've just wasted even more time by going up there.
Yep. If you're jungling and you see the enemy jungler top lane when dragon is up, you need to either be getting dragon or ganking another lane and then getting dragon. Like if you're, if you can force a laner out, then you'll have numbers for dragon. Unless the gank goes terribly wrong. But yeah, anytime you see the enemy jungler top, you need to be thinking dragon if the dragon's up.
Okay, so just Leona has shared almost 200 gold from her relic shield. Thresh has only had 57.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is the one thing I really can't stand with, like if I'm playing with a support, is when they stand that far back, like in a lane. Just because you offer no pressure, you're inviting the other team to really harass you while you're taking minion shots.
Yeah. You need to have presence in the lane. Even if you just go up and you're taking hits instead of the AD carry, you can spread out the damage.
Yeah.
So that your AD carry can farm and not get shoved out. Like, obviously that's not ideal by any stretch of the imagination, but you need to be up there to give your AD carry support. That's very important. Okay, Scion, you just showed, so don't go in that lane. What is Sion's ult's cooldown now? Oh, it's up again. I want to see him ult. Well, if I'm Sion, every time I have my ult, I'm using it either mid, Well, I guess any lane actually. It would work pretty well on any lane because Malphite can ult, and then you can. When you ult, Malphite can ult right before you come into view. So that pink ward is still up.
Okay.
There we go. I missed what happened in the bottom.
Jarvan came in, like it wasn't the best executed, but it also wasn't that bad, honestly. They did get a few summoners for it, so
That's
one, actually.
Looks like they're getting decent. Ooh, Thresh too much.
They're gonna go, yep, goes down to the poison. Yeah.
Don't run, Sion. Where you're going?
Well, he wasn't gonna get into.
Oh.
I think he died near their turret.
Okay.
Because he just got taken down by cast poison. But that brings up a good point. Like, if you know, like, you're in a situation where you're going to die anyways as Scion, it might behoove you to stick on the person just so you can try to get some damage onto them.
Or you can even, like, CS, or jungle, or clear a pink ward that you know's there,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, but Cass is really ahead now.
Yeah, she's gonna be really scary.
I think Ziggs is trying to build a Haunting Guys. Oh, too late. Like, as soon as Leona put down her ult, that would have been a good time to use your ulti, Ziggs.
Yeah. If I'm Ziggs, I guess I'd rather see an Athene against a Cass.
Which you may still be building. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty unclear. Because he has health and... Oh, yeah, he is doing Athene.
Yeah, Mac, you have no mana, man. But you do have your bot lane.
Yeah, this should be fine. He just did a lot of work there.
Yeah, which makes it hard, like, seeing that, because the red side bottom lane did not react at all to that.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you see, like, Jarvan in there, you should be going to help him.
Yeah, and don't stop going when Sion dies, because Sion's passive.
Red team's turret has
So
been
he can
destroyed.
still... Like, you guys could have gotten a kill if you had kept going, I think. Let me go back and watch that.
Yep. So, at this point, Malphite is starting to get a lot of extra armor and stuff. So, shoving or poking Malphite's not going to be as easy for Jace. So you may want to look, like, now at doing some more teleport work. Or even recalling going to bot lane to help shove, even. And then, if need be, go back to his top lane using teleport.
Yeah, so going back and watching that, they turned around after Sion died. They definitely could have gotten at least one, if not
Well,
two
from what I
kills
saw,
had
they
not.
weren't even over, like, the part where they could get there. Like, they were still on the tri-brush.
Yeah, but they got a little bit past the tri-bush. Sion died, and they walked back
Nice.
into the tri-bush, and they turned.
Okay,
There
so
you go,
Jace does run down to mid, he gets a kill.
Well done. That's exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah. It looks like Ziggs is going for the Athenes. Which I don't know why he's holding on to the Ruby Crystal. Ziggs, I don't know of a time where you'd really want to get a Haunting Guys.
Yeah. Maybe he's gonna get a Banshee.
Yeah.
I don't know. That cast is pretty scary, but I don't think... Finishing that Athenes is definitely a priority now, and then grab some boots.
Yeah, Cass definitely had the right idea. Like, you want to finish that Rod of Ages first before you finish your tier item.
Yeah.
Always.
She's stacking it really well. Ult Varus ult. Oh, that Varus ult is not easy to hit.
It's
Ooh. That Q should have landed. He should have put that. You know where Thresh is passing because he's going by the turret. So unless he jukes, which he didn't, you can hit him there.
Yeah, Jinx, you want to be careful. Like, oh,
Nice. No. Ah, mid-gunning. Fight forward. Alas. Oh well.
yeah, good turnaround. for Malphite. Like, yeah, you have to always be conscious of where your mana's at.
Yep, definitely true. So we see Tsunamic already at like 460 on his tier. Cast stacks that so quickly.
Oh yeah,
It's outrageous.
and almost at 250 stacks on her passive.
Yeah.
So they should be really looking to set up more stuff around the map with the leads they have right now.
It's gone. He's not gonna make it. Yeah. Don't flash if you're not gonna make it. I mean, it's hard to tell sometimes, but
Yeah, on that one, I don't know if you really knew. And it just hit 250. So what does that mean? She's now getting 10% bonus ability power, healing for basically 25, and 25% cooldown reduction.
holy biscuits.
Yep. Yeah, no, that second stack of the pass is really good to get that 25% CDR. I don't think people normally get Ionian Boots Lucidity, because I guess you're already running that 5% cooldown reduction in your masteries.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, but if you can look for an extra 10% somewhere,
Maybe a Woda, I don't know.
I
About
think.
Woda, but
Well, I think Spirit Visage.
Spirit Visage. Yeah, there's a lot of AP on this other team too.
Yeah.
You got Ziggs, Varus does a decent amount of AP.
Just because-
Magic, I mean.
Yeah, like you're getting your CDR, you're getting extra healing from the passive.
Yeah, that was a great idea. Spirit
And
Visage.
yeah, since you're this far ahead already, like we said, it's good to try to diversify your build. So getting a little bit extra of defense would be good.
Yep, definitely.
So Dragon just came up now. In 1 second.
There it is.
So
Yeah, so Varus and Jinx both have an Infinity Edge. I definitely think
Jinx is
benefits
stronger with-
more.
yeah.
Do you, you still play Varus, right?
yeah.
Do you, now with the changes, have you experimented with builds at all?
It's still best to get the Infinity Edge. It's just
Okay.
you're so much farther behind if you go with something like a Blade of the Ruined King. But after that, like Phantom Dancer is definitely what you want
What about Bloodthirster Last Whisper?
as a second item.
Like, no, as that's the Legolas build or whatever. Isn't that what the Legolas build?
Yeah, just going straight damage.
Yeah.
It's good when you're ahead. When you're
Okay.
going even or behind, you have
Yeah,
to
that's-
go for like a Phantom Dancer and stuff.
And that's the nature of Bloodthirster, right? It's good when you're ahead.
Well, Bloodthirster's still a good like third item, no matter what.
Right. But early Bloodthirster's good when you're ahead because you get lifesteal, and lifesteal's more effective the more damage you do.
It's still not a good item for like your first item if you're ahead as an AD carry. You're still better off getting that Infinity Edge.
Malphite, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah, it was a good effort.
Yeah, if he
I'll
had
give you that.
he had mana, he didn't have mana, so he wasn't gonna kill him. If he had had mana, he would have killed him right as soon as he ulted. Just EQ'd him as well, and then
Yeah.
that would have done it. I play Malphite a lot. Actually, I meant to play Malphite in like maybe it was my last game, but I picked Maokai on accident because they kind of look the same, and they're right beside each other.
I don't like Scion going for damage after he's finished his.
Nice. Oh yes, that was
Just
excellent.
lock everyone up.
Excellent.
Yep.
That was awesome. Well done.
Unfortunately, there isn't a dragon for them to get now, but they still should be able to get at least one turret. But I was like, I don't like the Scion going for it looks like a Tiamat.
Yeah.
Blue team's turret has
You
been
do want, I
destroyed.
think it's good. You don't have to, but I think it's fine to get an offensive item on site, especially when you have like the Leona and the Malphite. But
But at this point, like I would have
may
rather
want-
just seen like a
Yeah.
brutalizer at most.
yeah, you might not want to get too much offense at this point, especially against this cast who's doing so much damage. You might want to
Yeah.
see like your.
I would like to have seen
Urks or
not mercs, banshees, or something that builds out of the Spectre's Cowl.
yeah.
Just because there is so much AoE dots.
Yeah.
And the Spectre's Cowl cuts down on that immensely.
All right, you guys are here. You got the wombo. Oh, they don't have it, do they? So,
No,
cool.
they used. Yep.
They only have
So
3
they
of them.
got another.
But they, what?
Oh, Malphite's coming.
Yeah, they should do it. They should fight. They see Jinx spot. I guess, yeah. Oh,
They should
even
wait.
if that, they have 3 ults up. It's soon to be 4, and then Science will be up not too long after that.
Yeah, another
Oh
15
my
seconds probably for.
I just want to
Hazel's
see that so bad.
Oh,
I
it'll
just wanna
come.
see Wombo. It's gonna be so beautiful.
It's a mistake for them to leave mid lane at this point. Or maybe Jinx is going to back off.
Got tower anyway, but she doesn't get experience from it.
Yeah, so it goes down because it had like 300 health.
Yeah, she could have hit it like twice more and gotten the gold.
But the fact
And
that they
the
all left the lane just to try to defend a tower that was going to die anyways.
We don't know. Science not there.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I think he wanted his red buff, but he needs to get there.
He does have
Leona's
ult up
ult's down,
again.
but he what?
Cyan does have his ult up again. So he
Yeah,
can
everyone
get to
does
the
now
lane.
for Leona because she just threw it. But Leona's will be up in like 30 seconds or something like that. 35.
Okay, so Dragon again, minute and a half from now. Blue definitely has good control over the area.
Yeah, those were some really awkward team movements, honestly, especially
Yeah.
from the red side. Like, what was the benefit of all being there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, especially without Scion, you're not going to team fight. So, not without Scion. I don't know. It was just
Like they could have, like, if they were gonna go down there, they should have gone through river just to try to catch some of the blue people out.
yeah.
Yeah, there was no point in going down there at all.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was just awkward. Let's see. Okay, Leona's ult is up. Ziggs just ulted. Did he ult top lane or something?
I did not see.
Yeah,
Must have been like at this point, like all he
Yeah, he
has
just
is an
ulted top lane.
Athene is completed. He is okay. They're going for it. Oh. Okay, so they missed 2 out of 3 so far.
Bar's still holding. Okay, there he goes. Yeah, that wasn't very. That's not the wombo you want to see.
No.
Like even with this, even with the other team being ahead, their team fight is so good that they're not. This isn't a game like in a lot of other games when the team gets ahead by enough gold. We're like, okay, it's over.
Was Ziggs even in that fight?
Barely, but he had ulted the minions, like 10 minions or something top. It was sort of a waste of the ult. But he was in the back throwing bombs,
Okay.
but not. He didn't hit too much.
Yeah, that was just kind of off. Like, they missed their huge engage entirely.
Yeah, Ziggs was almost did nothing. Like he hit 1 bomb. The rest just hit minions.
That's their 3rd dragon.
Yeah, and blue got 2 towers off of that. So now blue. Okay, now that blue is up 8,025 minutes in. That's a pretty big deal. Again, red's comp allows them to win team fights despite being down. Like if they get, it can't be like, oh, we hit 2 people or whatever. You need to hit a lot, at least the majority of the team. Catching this cast is really, really good though.
Yeah.
So she just started her ult, but didn't quite go off. Which is really good for them. They should now Red wants to shove in and get this tower, and if they try to defend it, you still have 4 ults, so you're gonna be fine. And good on the rest of the team. Sion used his ult to catch Cass, that was great, and no one else wasted their ult. That was really, really good. Team needs to be diving this, hit all 3 of them, like Malphite, and Leona follows it, and Varus follows it. It's like, go Malphite, go, 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 go. He's like gonna take almost no. Malphite's gonna take almost no damage from that tower. He has, I don't know, 200 armor. Yeah, 205 armor. So, I wanted to see that dive. And if Malphite hits his ult, Leona and Varus can easily follow. There they go.
Yeah.
Malphite's just not pulling the trigger. We need to see that.
He's
Especially
just
when...
a little gun shy because they're going under turret, I guess.
And they're ahead. I mean, they're so far behind. But it wouldn't have mattered. Without Cass there, they weren't going to do anything to you.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when there was only 3 of them.
Yeah. Man, Ziggs. Like, he had at least 1,600 gold when he went back.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be getting the home guards. Like, when you're that behind, you can't be spending money on things like that.
Yeah, unless they're in your base. And you really need to just be going back and forth. But yeah, I agree. Just grab pick up the AP. Pick up a rod or something.
Mm-hmm. Just because he needs something for wave click. He's not even to... He can't kill any of the minions. And that's another good thing about, like, Red's comp. They're very good at anti-sieging comp between Varus and Ziggs.
Yeah.
So they can be looking to punish blue team if they try to siege up at one of their towers between their wave clear and then their own engage potential.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Red has like a really good opportunity right here. But Varus and Leona's like shoving mid or something.
It's good, that's good, that's good, that's good.
They hit a great wombo, but no follow-up. Their AD and support aren't there.
They're making it up there. They can keep going on this. Oh, not anymore. Like, as Vart, I don't know if he had his splash up or not. No, it hadn't come up yet. It was almost up.
Okay.
When he got caught by the Jarvan again.
I really think I really think Blue would have won that fight if as soon as they saw the wave pushing and the 2 people come and a third coming to teleport, if Varus and Leona had made their way up there, I really think they would have won that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Now is the point where they're 10k behind. It's going to start being pretty hard here.
Mm-hmm.
Ziggs, if you're there, you can probably run back quicker than you can walk. I mean, Telly.
Yeah, it's at like the inhibitor turret that it's better to. It's a little past the inhibitor turret that it's faster to walk.
Yeah. Especially when you have like a jump.
Or yeah. I don't get that. It's so weird. The camera always wants to follow Jarvan when he does his flag and drag.
This is so cool.
It's so like disruptive.
Yes.
Okay, Var's going for Blade of the Ruined King as his 3rd item. No.
Man. When you already have the attack speed, finish your boots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, finish boots, get some lifesteal with the Vamp Scepter, and then you can build that into Bloodthirster.
Again, great wombo. Pretty good wombo there, but...
Yeah, they're not ready to follow it up.
Yeah.
That Ziggs needed that so much. Unfortunately, Cass now can just kill him.
Rampage.
Yeah, that dragon
just have to
speed.
group. I'm still not giving up because Blue's willing to tower dive, I think. And if they can group, they can make this happen. But your team has to be Groot. You're behind. You can't fight 3 versus 5, or even 3 versus 3.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. It's not a win isn't gonna come out there. But your wombo is so strong. Like, and the more you do this, the less chance you have of winning a team fight. Even now, like, you have to have a really good wombo at this point.
Oh yeah.
Really good to win a fight because you're down 12k. You know, almost 12k. But before, like, you had a decent wombo in top lane, but Leona and Varus weren't there, so it just didn't work out. But that would have been one, I think.
Now there's gonna be 4 dragons for them.
Yeah, one more and it's gonna be game over.
Yeah, they just not have been able. They haven't been able to get a timer. They haven't been able to really stay on top of it for warding at all.
Yeah.
Blue team, on the other hand, like, they've been doing a great job warding this entire game.
Yeah, Blue's ward control has been that's like
The only thing they could work on is more wards around the Baron at this point.
Blue team's
Yeah.
turret has been destroyed.
but when like I remember when Sion got 6, they had wards all the way across. Like
Yeah.
it was crazy. It was so they've had really good ward coverage. I mean, like really good, excellent ward coverage.
Let's see.
All right, you're all 5 there. You can't dive. Let them dive. Make them dive you. What? Nice poke, Jace. What do you think about the Jace build?
It works. As far as like a defensive item here, I think he could have gone for just like a GA.
Yeah, or even a Banshees
Yeah.
to help stop that, like any of that CC that's gonna be coming in.
Well, I just
And
like
the
the
stuff
GA,
that
the GA, just because, you know, like the wombo combo that we talked about. Even if they do blow all that, he can still, you know, come back up.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Nice.
Here we go. Go Malphite. Go Malphite. Go. There you go.
Okay, they're getting them. Sion's not there though.
Yeah.
Unstoppable. Blue team
Oh
double
man.
kill.
Like J4 and Sion weren't there, and I think that's pretty much would even it out. Alas.
Blue team double kill.
Yeah, you're not catching Jinx.
Aced.
Alas. What? I don't think we're gonna get to see it. They're really having a lot of trouble grouping as 5. The frustrations of solo queue keep me from my beautiful wombo.
Okay. It's like I just don't like seeing Blade of the Ruined King on Avaris. Especially after you sunk so much money into IE
go.
and your Zeal item.
Precisely. I was gonna say I don't mind it if you get it early. For your first item.
I
because
can't.
You can
No,
use
I
it
can't
for
think of
stacks.
I can't think of a lane where it would work. Versus, like where it would be. Yeah, no, a matchup. You know, where it would be
Yeah.
better than getting IE.
I don't mind it because it's an earlier spike and it gives you attack speed for your passive.
But it's not really an earlier
Gives you a much earlier spike than IE.
by
Unless you're
600
somehow-
gold.
Yeah, unless you're able to finish that first. Plus you get the
It's-
active. But you don't really want to be in there as Varus anyways.
Yeah, I mean, like, you are a long-range archer, basically, as Varus. And when you get that at Blade of the Ruined King, your arrow scales so well off of AD
Yeah.
that you want to be building the IE. That's where, like, the Leyless build comes into place.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the reason why he wants to build his J4's been like sticking on him the whole time. But you know, like now if he has flash up, he doesn't need the extra slow. If he's got his heal up, it makes it easier for him to get away.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of gold invested into a subpar item for Varus.
Mm-hmm. I want to say that even at this point, unless it's really perfect, their wombo isn't going to be enough. They're just too far behind.
They need to be looking for like. They need to wait for the blue team to try to engage on them under a tower.
Yeah.
Preferably under their inhibitor tower.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to be able to defend this one here. Like, this is by far the hardest tower to defend.
Yeah. They can come in from either side.
Nope.
What?
Nope.
That was awesome. Cyan couldn't wait anymore. Cyan, don't look for that one person. At this point, you have to hit multiple people with your ult.
You have to hit multiple people with your ult when multiple people are around. Like, if you're going to try to pick out Cass, yeah, that'd be great. If she's the only one around there.
Yeah, but she had support if she got hit. I think that her team would have been there.
Yeah, definitely in this situation.
You know that they're gonna go for dragon. Well, I guess they might not know, but when they get this dragon, it's pretty much gonna.
Okay. Yeah.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
So that's 5 dragons now. So now, I think even with the perfect wombo, they wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
And now they're just going to be able to siege for days. Honestly, if Jace uses his W on the tower, it's going to die.
Jinx is looking.
She hasn't showed yet. Now she showed.
4 versus 5. This is a chance.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
They can, like, Scion and Malphite can flank around and they can try to make this work. Instead, he's gonna. The teleport doesn't come through.
Yep. Remember, if you teleport to a dying a tower and they kill it, it's canceled.
Yep.
Now's your chance. You got to do this.
Yeah, this is. They gotta go now. Scion's ult is back up. Everyone except for Leona's ult is up.
Alas. Did they just lose dragon?
What?
No, they still have it. Dragon's about halfway gone to the 5th stack, but
And
they're really using it. Red's played this game so well, honestly.
Red or
Blue? Blue's played this game so well. Like,
yeah,
they've been moving as a unit. They've been controlling Dragon really well. They won the Vision War so easily. They should just be able to tank out this tower, no problem. Yeah. They can even. No, they don't want to do the next one. They want to respect the wombo and just push in. They can go back and get this wave and bring it up, but.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they could just go for Baron at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
Whoa.
The thing is, they don't even need Baron.
No, they don't, definitely.
It shouldn't be too much of a risk, honestly. Even if they did want to get it, it shouldn't be a risk because of the. Alright, here goes. It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Yeah, half the team's stuck on the other side of the wall now.
Yeah. Varus is gonna get this.
Jarvan just has a hard-on for
See, that
Varus
was a
this
great,
whole game.
Yeah. That was a great fight for Red. Like, they didn't play it out perfectly, but, you know, they got some of their wombo off.
Yeah, well,
they went 2 for 2. You know, that's the best they could have hoped for at that point.
Ugh, Zig, stop upgrading that item. Like, Ziggs just needs AP.
Yeah.
Getting a Leandries on Ziggs is not a priority at all.
Right. Okay, as soon as they blow up that inhibitor, Dragon went off them. So they're back down to 4 stacks on Dragon. The 5th one is coming up in, what, 2 minutes? No, 3 minutes.
More than 2 minutes. It was, 3 minutes now.
Yeah. So they have 3 minutes left, but I don't think they're gonna need it. Just go back, heal. Now, yeah. If you
Now,
want to
you,
get
now you
Baron,
might as well just pick it up on the way there.
Zix tells Blue that they might as well just forfeit.
I think they got a while till they'll have to forfeit. Like, it's gonna take some sort of miracle for them to come back.
Yeah.
Like a DC.
Red team decided not to forfeit. 2 to 3. This one's not really relevant in solo queue as much, but if you're ever playing 5s, don't start a surrender vote. Don't even talk about surrendering until like.
Unless you're obviously, you know. Like,
yeah, your whole team is on board with it. Like,
yeah.
Because that just puts the morale down. Alright, yeah, they pick up Nasher, and now they just shove him in and win the game. Red just has to defend underneath the double turrets, but they're gonna lose unless Blue does something awful.
And now they can't even fight. Malphite ult is down.
Yeah.
See, it just Jarvan has a huge hard hunt for that Varus.
He loves Varus. Alright, and this is game. Even if they all died, the super minions with the Baron buff is just ridiculous.
That's down.
Red team's turret has been
Ganks from behind. Those minions, all those super minions buffing each other up, and the Baron buff was just outrageous.
Okay. Well, that was a good game. We got at least a couple here going. So, stream's going to go down for just a second. We'll have another one up quicker than you can say Bronze Boot Camp.